I didn't burn out because I hated my work. I burned out because I loved it too much and I never paused. Nobody tells you that sometimes the thing you love can drain you the most if you don't put limits around it. Hi, my name is Destiny and welcome to day 2 of our 20-day series where we're talking about the real stuff that comes with building a business, the Event Pro Real Talk. Now, not just the wins and the pretty posts, but the emotional toll, the hidden lessons, and the growth that happens behind the scenes. Now, burnout doesn't always come from hating your job. It often comes from loving it too much. When you care deeply about your work, you pour and you pour and you pour. You give your best ideas, your late nights, your whole heart, but without boundaries. Now, that love turns into exhaustion. Passion is very powerful, but it can also blind you into your own limits. Now, the most passionate people are usually the ones hiding the biggest burnout behind their smile. I have been one of them. Well, I am still one of them. But we're getting better. That's why I started this series. I remember one week where I was planning 3 events all at the same time. You know what it is, being an event planner, we juggle a lot of things at the same time, right? We are that skilled. However, it's a lot. That's why the event business is not something that, people should undermine because it's a lot of work. So we need to let people know that we're putting in a lot. Back to my story. I was running coaching sessions. I was doing voice notes for clients back to back. And one day I realized that I haven't even eaten. I had been so deep in service mode that I skipped my breakfast. I missed lunch and it was 6 p.m. before I noticed that I haven't even eaten all day. My head was pounding. My body was literally shaking, but my inbox was also full of thank yous. So it made me keep going. That day, I realized that this is not healthy. I can't keep doing this. This wasn't love anymore. It was overgiving. It was survival disguised as excellence. It's too much. Nobody functions like that. Now, let's talk about client boundaries. It's easy to say yes to every client request or every message, every revision, every last minute request, especially when you're still building your brand, especially when you're still new, you want to say yes to everybody. But boundaries is not unprofessional. Setting boundaries is not unprofessional. Setting boundaries doesn't mean that you don't love your job. It is essential. It is important. You are not just managing an event. You're managing your own peace, your time, and your wellness. Now, one of the biggest shifts I made was sending office hours upfront. Another thing I did was delaying replies until the next day. There's something about replying messages immediately they come. You can reply in the spur of the moment, but sometimes if you take your time to, calm down, digest, you see that you kind of reply better. The message you could have sent maybe the earlier time, it may be better this time around. You could have probably thought about it more, and then you have a better response because your mind is well relaxed and able to think. Now, most times, even when I have the answer, I don't reply immediately. I just delay the replies. That gives me an opportunity to get myself together and then give a good reply at the end of the day. Now, why? Because I'm not an emergency line. I'm a professional with a system. In creative industries, we often tie our work to identity. So when a client's feedback feels harsh or when a project fails, we kind of internalize it. But do you know that your value is not tied to your output? One of the best things you can do for your creativity is to protect your energy. Protect your energy. This means making time for rest, make time for fun, make time for prayer, make time for things that matter to you, things that are more important. And yes, to silence, even though you don't even have anything, silence. Take time to have a quiet time. It's important. It's important for us as humans to rejuvenate, to keep calm sometimes. Listen to your head, and, rethink. Calm down. That way, you're able to even do better. Now, that's when I have my most best ideas, when you're calm, right? Because, you can't create your best work when you're drained and tired and worn out. If this resonates with you, this is why I have built the Event Pro ELITE Toolkit. Inside of it, you will find workflows to save you time, templates for client communication, and systems that help you say no without feeling guilty. You shouldn't have to choose between excellent service and personal peace. This toolkit helps you do both without the burnout. Now let's hear your own side of the story. Let's keep the conversation going. Have you ever loved your work so much that it started to hurt? It started becoming like you're doing too much? Do drop a comment in the comment section. I would love to hear from you. And if you found this helpful, please subscribe to keep going with our Event Pro Real Talk series. And hey, tag a creative, tag a friend, tag a coach or a planner who needs this information as well. Who's probably in this situation and needs to hear this. We all do. Share the piece, and if you're ready to set boundaries without starting from scratch, check the description for the Event Pro Toolkit. I'll see you in day 3. Cheers.